Jayceon Taylor, better known as The Game, will go down as one of the most talented lyrical artists from LA, holding his own with East Coast mixtape titans while delivering a West Coast classic in the middle of one of his worst droughts. But what happens when one wants too much too fast?
I know there's a point where desperation when you say anything.
And when denied tries to force it.
That's because you used to say you don't take shots at legends.
That was the young me, but I was dumb then, you know.
Creating a pattern of unnecessary tension while leaving behind a trail of cap.
I'm probably one of the only cats that ever went at, straight at JayZ's neck and still had a career after.
The fighting them all it never happened. I
didn't knock blood out right then and there. The blood was gonna go get on Twitter.
If you approach me with my kids, then 40 days.
Less than a day after Bosco's interview hit the net, Rosemo 700 careened down Florence Avenue.
This is the story of a rapper who had the chance to perform on the world's biggest stage.
Spoke about Game, and was there anybody that you felt like you left on stage, or you was good with it?
No, I was good. It was perfect.
And would be overlooked for miscalculation.
Yeah, you probably won't ever see that. I think I've pretty much f***ed that up in the beginning of my career. But
drummed up beefs.
I box Gucci.
It's this nigga named Game from LA who dissing me.
And to top it off, cap stories.
Me and 50 stared each other in the eyes with guns drawn.
50 Cent went out the back door of the radio station. And
anything taking shots at the West Coast, I'm a live and die for us. I ain't have to be there, you know what I'm saying?
Placing himself as one of the kings on the Mount Rushmore of cap. This is The Game. If self-sabotage was a Compton pie rule, it would be The Game. But nothing would stop fate from finding him, putting himself in motion to sign a deal with probably the hottest label at the time, Aftermath.
It's realer than life, and at the end of the day, it's not about no money, no trophies, no awards, no cars, no jewelry, no none of that, man. It's about living life and remembering who started.
Finding himself in one of the most ideal spots for an artist in any era. Since the beginning of rap, the right producer with the right MC would lead to millions. And Dr. Dre was exactly that. A surgical physician on how to transform a talented MC to a bona fide superstar. He did both with Detroit artist Eminem and Queens 50 Cent.
Are you fed up with the industry?
I'm fed up with everybody that's has treated me wrong throughout my career. You know what I'm saying?
He's just fed up with everybody.
Yeah, it's just
so am I.
Dre would take Game on as a mentor who would find later he's working with a pupil who'd rather teach. Seems Game would bank on the fact that he's naturally next in line to keep Compton's name musically alive. What he miscalculated that the position did not come with accepted mutiny.
It went wrong when Dr. Dre started to focus more on the documentary than Massacre.
50 Cent at the time was the biggest artist in the world, terrorizing the Billboard charts with the classic, Get Rich or Die Trying. His on-brand group, G-Unit, had a top-tier artist from each region except one, the West Coast. Dr. Dre Interscope thought it would be exceptional to make Game in addition to the group. Dre would do his best to make sure Jayceon Taylor would be in the limelight of mainstream rap. He just had to wait his turn, and right now, it was 50's. But why not use that to break a new artist? So 50 took him in, and they both began collaborating on songs. Game would arrive as a new member of the group in the middle of a war, where 50 was on the winning side, forever turning Ja Rule's career into a spectacle.
I can't even see how a kid can look at Ja Rule and want to be like Ja Rule.
The student would watch 50 and learn. Jayceon would have an aha moment, where he would witness the power of conflict. He had a front row seat to watch how Curtis, through beef, would replace Ja Rule, leaving his careers in ruins, which also translated in record sales.
Ja Rule and them, we did, Chaz did. Chaz like, go in the hotel, yeah, it was so good. All right, cool. Ja Rule there, Black Child and them there. Nigga Fifth, KO'd that nigga.
50 and The Game would go right to work. The chemistry would be perfect, landing Game the #1 Billboard album. At the same time, Jayceon began to test Curtis' methods of beef on his own, when he would take on a lower tier 50 beef with Yukmouth after telling him he wouldn't jump in it on behalf of the West. I say lower tier because most likely it wasn't on 50's radar.
Game got a song dissing you over the 5 on it beat.
said, play that
G-Unit, bitch, let me show you what blood bout. When my blood pressure rise, I bring the bloods out. Put the barrel on his neck, blow his guts out. Now that's what you call a Yukmouth.
Game early on would mix beef with cap, ending in snakish results.
But then you want to diss on us? It's like, come on, nigga, what the f are you doing? So I write the quickest rap I ever wrote. Yeah, I mean, within 2 hours, had to be the quickest response in hip hop.
Master fighter and game the mark, the stainless heart, to rip your fucking brain apart. Trying to tell you at the club, this nigga play your part. You that nigga from Chains of Heart. Tongue ring.
Then the two would decide to do a peace track, which would be anything but, with the Game still throwing shade.
So a mutual friend that know me and him came through and was like, yo, y'all make a song. You feel me? Y'all make a squash or something. I'm like, yo, I'll lay my part first, you know what I mean? And give it to you. I'm out in the morning, so I gotta do this. So he get the verse, you know what I mean? He get on there and diss a nigga.
Nigga, I don't squash beef for nothing. I squash the beef cause Speedy my homeboy cousin. It ain't about blood, it ain't about Crips. It's about Gonzo riding Yukmouth.
Giving his first taste of industry smoke would be a sign that Game was ready, which was perfect for 50, who began to wage war on most of New York's main artists. Surprisingly, it would not be New York artists that Game would commence to battle, but 50 himself. The two first got into it with Jayceon claiming that it was because he was instructed to go after New York artists Curtis had smoked with, which he refused. After all, the Game is a peaceful man.
Yeah, I got a question for Game.
Yo, what's up, homeboy?
What's good, Game?
What's good, doggy?
Yo, what's up with that JayZ and Fat Joe?
What you mean? What you want to know?
What's going on with them? How you see what's going on?
Where does it put you in the...
Man, it puts me, I'm gonna stay out of it, man. Kiss has been one of my homeboys from, you know, the early stages of my career on the underground mixtape level, and Fat Joe is a dude who I got love for in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Is TS Squad and Black Wall Street. We ain't got no problems, man, so, you know, I'm just standing on the outside looking in, man.
On 50's side, moves were being made without context. The Game was slowly but surely trying to drum up a beef with JayZ, who was Def Jam's, and in a position that could cost the Game getting blackballed.
The first thing that happened, he went overseas. His first week numbers came back. He said something about Jay because he was supposed to have ran into Memphis Bleek and had some sort of beef. First, I was trying to get in contact with Jay because I was like, he just got off. Like, Jay will stomp him out. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, wait, let me get in contact with him to stop him from going back. I can fix it before it actually happens.
Besides, Curtis and JayZ had a friendly exchange which was going on for years.
You said Master P, you said Russell Simmons, who 3 other black guys in the game that's big that helped you?
Help Jay's definitely.
Jay helped you?
Yeah.
How did you
As a
help
competitor?
You know, I remember one time walking in the studio and it was like a small gap and Bleak Beans, everybody was in there and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming.
And that's what the Game wanted. To make it worse, behind the scenes, Jayceon was attempting to spark beef with the Aftermath chain on, running up on Bleak.
By the way, it's this named Game from LA who dissing me. So I'm laughing like, word, damn, who this? So it's weird. We go to LA the very next day, man. Very next day. I'm sitting there smoking a murder. Some walk up to me with the big Aftermath chain. So I'm looking up like, what's up, dog? He like, yo, what's up, Bleak? I'm a big fan of you and Jay. I grew up listening to you. So I'm like, who you? He like, yo, my name Game. I just signed a Dre. Right then and there, I stood up. What up, dog? You making records about me? What's the problem? What up? Nah, that nigga JT did that. If he lied to you, man, I'm gonna have my niggas on that nigga. We gonna ride.
Oh, and we can't forget his exchange with Joe Buttons, which was over the moment Game ran into him. Jayceon was starting to go beef crazy, sending jabs at Jigga right when his album was catching more steam, totally saturating the beef market. 50 would reach out to JayZ to squash this, which would irritate Curtis. The tension became noticeable around the camp. Dre would be the perfect person to console on how to handle any disagreement with 50. He would advise there's nothing good to come out of disputing with an MC that executed one of the biggest breakout albums in hip-hop history. But to the Game, that just came off as a bigger reward for the risk.
He came back recently from overseas and was disrespectful, man. Like the way he's like, it's like he's feeling himself, like because of how well his record is selling.
50 can smell the animosity between the two, being 2 steps ahead and kicking Game out of G-Unit live on air.
Says things he doesn't mean. You know, he had issues with Joe Buttons, then he runs into him in a club and they're taking pictures. He had issues with Memphis Bleek, then he ran into Memphis Bleek in Miami, it was no problem.
So where does he stand as far as G-Unit is concerned right now?
Across the street or around the corner. He's not in my camp.
Not at all.
No way.
The Game would proceed to the radio station, which would lead to a shootout.
The next time you heard of me and 50 anything was having a shootout at Hot 97 in the snow. I had on Converse running in the snow. I must have slipped 80 times trying to get to the Escalade. We was busting real bullets.
According to 50 and the news, he was inside the entire time finishing the interview.
Well,
We got it. Let's go.
Enough's enough?
Right now.
It's Hot 97. Funk Flex. We focus.
DJ, nobody.
Flex, sorry about that. Hey, it's okay, fellas. Hey.
But maybe they got it wrong because Jayceon said 50 was outside and they squared off eye to eye.
Me and 50 stared each other in the eyes with guns drawn. Guns drawn. Two that was friends and homies and they came up in hip hop together.
50 Cent went out the back door of the radio station and his security, armed security, which were more than likely NYPD.
And at that moment, everything was in slow motion. It wasn't about nobody else that was there, even though I had 30 niggas with me and 50 had 30 niggas with him, man. It's almost a blessing that only one person got hit.
During this time, Game would change his management to Jimmy Henchman, a man 50 had real street beef with. Meanwhile, Game's position in G-Unit would be replaced by a known Crip, Spider-Loke. The violence would lead to a peace cap conference where the two would donate $150,000 apiece for charity.
I just want to apologize on behalf of myself, 50 Cent, and to the fans, the radio stations, our labels, and
we're here today to show that people can rise above even the most difficult circumstances, and together we can put negativity behind us.
But peace wouldn't last long. A gruesome duel would take place when the Game would set it off with the diss track classic 300 Bars, where he would go in on G-Unit, creating the infamous nickname G-U-Not.
Yo, when I first got signed, he got stuck, he called 50, try to ball some lines. That's the wrong nigga. When you need help with your rhyme, all he gonna tell you is say G-Unit one more time.
50, who craves beef, along with the entire G-Unit, would flood the mixtape market with rebuttals. What would sound like just verses back then, today sounds like a mental diagnosis.
I hope you enjoy yourself.
They be calling me crazy, I might be just maybe. I'm gangster, I'm crippin', I'm Utu, I'm trippin'. Fuck 50, fuck Dre, fucking WA. Man, I'm Hurricane Game.
M, this nigga change.
G-Unit would make a tiny dent compared to the storm 50 would place over the industry in record sales and merchandise. But the Game claimed that 50's empire would be rubbish if it were not for $1 million bribe.
A lot of people don't know this. Like 50 and Jimmy Iovine, they gave me $1 million to stop saying G-Unit. They wrote me a check. They bought it. I had to trademark the G-Unit. You stop seeing the candy cane tank tops and all the whole G-Unit, Mark Echo, all this, the shoes. You know, it was a hot commodity at once, G-Unit clothes. And so they had to pay me. I should have asked for more. Give me $1 million, but then I'm like $1 million just to stop saying this word?
Yeah.
With a check.
That's
they
crazy.
wrote the check and I stopped saying it.
Meanwhile, 50 was playing grown man games.
Wait a little while and I'm just gonna push his album back. I'm gonna let him say that. I earned money off every time he releases the record. You know, he signed a 5-album deal. So he's only on album 3. There's 2 more albums after this.
I was in the W, that whole shit, he was telling me, yo, they about to sign me to G-Unit. You dig, but...
The capo of Cap would do a good job calling Jayceon out from a brief conversation they once shared.
I heard him say it before he even initiated.
Turns out 50 in Game at some point was going to happen anyway it went.
As soon as they sign me and I get platinum and all that, I'm doing what 50 did to JayZ and all this type of shit. I'm like, you sure you want to do that?
What didn't help is Jim Jones got the imitation down perfectly.
Like, that blood. I like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Looking back, who did and wrote what would lead to Cap sessions.
I want to go back. So you wrote Higher, the game Higher.
Yeah.
You wrote 6 songs off that album. Higher, This Is How We Do.
You wrote What Up Gangster.
He said he wrote What Up Gangster.
What Up Gangster, yeah.
Walking down this long ass hallway and I was like, fresh light, Impala, and then Dre was walking back in the studio and that nigga's like, hey. I was like, yeah. And he was like, what's that? And I'm like, what's what? I didn't write What Up Gangster for 50. I was in there and part of the influence. And if you know, like I call it
50 wouldn't entertain.
I'm like, come on, bro. He wasn't even around when we did that. Like, that was before you even came into the picture.
What Up Blood, What Up Cub, What Up Gangster is Los Angeles influence. Like, this is LA, so it is what it is.
Like that's Get Rich or Die Trying. He didn't even
come into after that.
Yeah, we didn't even know who he was till after.
And speaking on why he and the Game will never work together.
Are you and Game? You think your relationship is repairable?
I don't know what really caused it, big. So I'm not.
He would create one of the most popular life lesson memes online.
I don't try to patch relationships, friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when they fall apart and you have no idea like what was the motivation, it says that you don't have to be involved for it to fall apart again.
But Jayceon's beef with 50 was only the beginning of learning lessons for Game, and one of his biggest tests was near. But he did manage to purchase his most coveted prize yet, the red Rolls Royce with white ceilings.
Red rose, white ceiling.
Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. Which was risky. I remember even having a real argument, you know, having a real altercation with the mother of my children because she was a JayZ fan and she was just like, you don't know what you're doing. He's gonna come back and we're not gonna be able to survive.
Whatever the case, Game would continue his career nowhere near the same pace he started with, and his relationship with Dre will begin to decline after proving him right on his interaction with 50. But Jayceon would know how to make up for this, naming his next album after the doc. And to build a buzz, why not more beef? Just like 50. He would tangle himself in a wash, rinse, repeat cycle, where he would incite beef right before an album release. One of his main targets would be Sean Carter, who almost everyone wanted a response from, as he was en route to become the richest rapper ever.
Because you used to say you don't take shots at legends.
Man, that was the young me, but I was dumb then. You know what I'm saying? I've wisened up. Now I'm smart. Now the thing to do is take shots at legends.
With no boss in sight, Game was free to go at the God MC with no worries. And he would do this continuously. He would go so aggressively at JayZ, he would spite his own face.
You 38 and you still rapping.
The Game was treating this as if JayZ was stealing money from him.
Don't be rude, man. There's some people in here rocking. Hey, all the Rockefeller fans make some noise, man. That's all good.
Even bringing up a JayZ fan on stage to clown him.
Yo, turn the lights on, man. I was finding a JayZ fan, man. Oh, there you go. Come here, man. It's all good. Come here. You got your rock in the sky. Come here. Come here, man. Hey, yo. Throw your diamond in the sky one time, man. Throw it up. Hey, yo, play him. Hey, yo. Chris, play him some music, Chris. Play him some JayZ, man. Keep it up, man. Throw it high, man. See it. You got to throw it up. Yeah, there you go. Hey, there you go.
First, trying to set him up to say the N-word. Then, using JayZ lyrics to berate the man.
Hey, yo, you know what? You a JayZ fan, right? But JayZ said he don't f with the dudes that wear tight pants.
Like, all right, let's just do this. Say you got Floyd Mayweather, right? He's equivalent to JayZ in boxing, right? You coming up in the ranks, right? Who do you want to fight the most? You don't necessarily hate Floyd.
Finally, the sub king, JayZ, who at the time might have been at his lyrical peak, took the time to throw a final warning, and he would do it how JayZ does, as a subliminal, making sure Jayceon could only get minimal coverage for it.
You playing the bang, I'm playing the bang too. You playing the games, I'm seeing the thing through. You saying my name to entertain your crew. I ain't playing no games, shit exchange through. You playing the game, you know you ain't gonna win. Quit playing them childish games with grown men. I don't give a fuck about cars or chrome rims. I got apartments you can put your home in. Can I live? Good road his way out the hood, and I pray that I stay out for good. But any day you know a nigga could try to play like he should. Then I gotta play like Dutch, shoot you past the Dutchie, I blast you, trust me. Niggas can't fuck with me.
JayZ would call it how it was to him.
The game.
I like the game. The game is changing all the time, and you know I've been dominating the game forever.
Okay, I respect that, but let's go into the game. The artist.
Oh,
you mentioned his name on the freestyle and the concert.
Well, okay, now tell me exactly what I said.
Okay, I might.
No. Tell me exactly what I said.
A rapper from Compton just begging for attention, like a groupie.
Oh, you hurt my feelings.
Exactly.
Tell groupie to get over it.
I'm going. Plus, Jay, I think in his own respects me as a lyricist. He doesn't have to do a song with me, but I know that, you know, he listens, and I know that he respects me because he responds sometimes. Like on One Blood, when I hit him with you're 38 and you still rapping.
You 38 and you still rapping.
Came with you know, on Kingdom Come, I think it was. He came with I used to think rapping at 38 was ill. Till last year I grossed about 38 mil.
I used to think rapping at 38 was ill. When last year alone I grossed 38 mil.
So he listens, he responds sometimes, and that's cool in its own right. So just having Jay's ears and him to, you know, think I'm important enough, or me to, you know, dig deep enough for him to respond is cool with me.
But looking for smoke will cause smoke to look for you. Things would get dismal when one day Jayceon had an exchange of words with some folks on Twitter. The factions would run into each other at Fox Hills Mall, a mall known for murders and fades.
You know, them punk ass niggas over there in Black Wall Street camp, you know, you probably loudmouth niggas call them, you know, they his little bitches.
He would apparently get KO'd by a rapper named Rosemo 700 in front of his kid.
Me niggas up and knocking niggas out all my life behind this shit, so I'm really a real one. So you feel me? When this clown, you feel me? They got the butterflies on his face and all kinds of shit. Got so many different characters sitting there talking that slick shit. I don't do no talking.
Unfortunately, Rosemo days will be cut short after being shot right next to a police station.
Less than a day after Bosco's interview hit the net, Rosemo 700 careened down Florence Avenue. He'd been shot in the arm and lower abdomen. At this intersection, he T-boned a cop car, lost control, slammed into that wall, and later died.
With you, they always say something about you in the mall, and you got into a fight with some dude.
Yeah.
They say he got the best of you in the mall.
I don't know nothing about that fight.
Game would take to the radio and deny the fade, but imply responsibility for the removal of Jomo, who was in a more deadlier conflict with Popular Blood member Bosco, who people blame for this murder till this day.
His arm in a cast. He downplayed talk of retaliating, saying only,
every action is a reaction. Like nowadays, want you to go out and murder and have a footage for him to see.
The fight in the mall, it never happened. I seen these dudes in the mall. I was with my kid. They said something, I said something, and I went my separate ways. And then after that, everybody saying Gang got beat up in the mall.
Yeah,
and all
knocked
that.
unconscious, knocked crazy.
Yeah, and that dude is dead, by the way. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man.
So, he got killed 40 days later?
I'm saying.
And just as
if you approach me with my kids, then 40 days.
While, of course, promoting the new album.
All right, documentary 2. What's the date? October.
Rumor has it, this is how Wack 100 became Game's manager, catching the encounter on film, blackmailing Game for the position.
Wack Ho No 100 told me he has the footage of Game knocked out at the Fox Hill Mall.
And that was prior to him becoming his manager, right?
Yeah, he expressed upon my suggestion that has helped him secure a spot.
Before we go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes, apply pressure to that subscribe button. But Game would have his chance to catch a fade again, this time with Gucci Mane. Bipolar would meet actual crazy when he would include himself in the Gucci Mane challenge.
You know, I follow Gucci, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter, so I went on his page and I had to make sure that he said it. And I went on his page and...
He said it?
No, he said it. Like
he
Gucci.
said any rapper, we can get in the ring.
Yeah.
That he would like to take Gucci Mane up on his offer to box anyone.
He put that out there. Yeah, I ain't seen nobody step up yet. I don't know which context he said it in, like if he was just mad and just like calling out everybody and, you know, pretty much saying whatever, or if he was just challenging, you know, somebody to a fight, you know what I'm saying, and just want to get in that box. But, you know, I get in the ring and box with Gucci.
Gucci, one to take up fades in the mall, was ecstatic. Turns out Game was doing exactly that, playing games. Gucci wasn't. But when the Game was nowhere to be found, Gucci went looking for him with a diss track, since the Game loves to battle so much.
This nigga Game definition of a rap nigga. I'm not a lover or a fighter, I'm a trap nigga. On Twitter talking about you on a scrap nigga. Well, I'll knock you out and drag you to the trap nigga.
Triggering a rare dismissal from the BAP of Compton. As time would go on, the Game would slowly fall out of the limelight, making way for a younger MC with a broader appeal from Compton as well. Kendrick would pick up the torch left by Game, and he would oblige with both him and Snoop hailing him the king of the West at the House of Blues.
I mean this, nigga, you got the torch, nigga, you better run with it, motherfucker. You better run with it, nigga, because it's yours.
Surely Game would ride with the one upholding the traditional greatness of Compton, but something seemed off. Maybe it was Kendrick's favoring from Dre, but the signs were there.
What kind of pissed me off was that I felt like I rocked with Double XL even throughout the beginning of my career. I kind of rode against the source.
Even checking Double XL magazine on screen over an article he didn't agree with.
One day, I seen this cover with I want to say I think it was Kendrick on it or something, or maybe Dre or Kendrick, but it was like, you know, the guy that sold 10 million records was just missing. Just felt that was a little disrespectful to me and my career, and you know, the relationship could go either way from here.
But hey, it's just competition, right? On one gloomy evening, a regular announcement will become a life moment for Jayceon.
Reach millions and millions of people, or we get stuck on Colin not having a job.
It will be announced that JayZ was able to hustle himself a job for the NFL as the music director for the NFL as the head of entertainment.
Okay, I think we've passed kneeling. I think it's time to...
One of his first tasks was to call Dre and book a show with nothing but Dre affiliate artists. JayZ seemed to be in the peaceful state of his life. Hey, maybe he won't hold it against him.
Okay, I think we've passed kneeling.
Game, hoping his phone would ring, would suffer heartbreak. The Super Bowl performance would break records as well as produce memorable moments.
All in all, everybody came in, we were professional, everybody was on time, and everybody really felt the magnitude of what this thing was and what we were going to be able to accomplish.
Would that have been the case if Game was involved?
We had you on the show after the Super Bowl, and you spoke about Game. And was there anybody that you felt like you left on stage, or you was good with it?
No, I was good. It was perfect.
That's it.
I don't be, again, I wasn't on Super Bowl because I'm not the safe choice.
Afterwards, there would be a noticeable difference on how the Game spoke, especially when it came to Eminem.
Eminem, overrated, underrated? I say slightly overrated. Slightly overrated.
He would fall victim to Nori's drink chant tactics and drink too much truth serum. All of a sudden, Eminem is reachable.
I mean, Eminem is Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most lyrically insane.
He's one of the good MCs, great MCs. He rap fella, you know what I'm saying? Ficky. He do all that. Eminem. And I used to think Eminem was better than me.
If he were to come at you with like a industry beef, what would you have done?
Run.
So what you saying right now?
He's not. Challenge. Hey, challenge it.
Game, you don't want to go versus against
Yes,
Eminem.
I do.
Yeah, Eminem is. You don't understand. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem.
And Dre? Which Dre?
Dr. Dre or Kanye West?
Kanye.
One of the artists that helped Game after his Aftermath exclusion would be Kanye West.
You answered that very fast.
It's crazy that Ye did more for me in the last 2 weeks than Dre did for me my whole career.
The Game would take away the credit of the man who changed his life for a man, Ye, who he once said this about.
How much time you spend with Kanye in the studio?
Kanye, man, you know, you can get a good solid week out of Ye. You know, if you.
This is only the beginning. You see, the Game had an album coming out, so of course, can't drop an album without beef. Jayceon had no choice. The once rapper who was off limits for him.
Why like what was the
You wanna
origin?
know why?
Yeah.
Because 50 can't rap. And so I gotta go a level up and challenge the better rapper. That's why.
Was now a green light. And Game would take this green light with a 10-minute track called The Black Slim Shady.
Oh, he goes platinum and I'm on the map with him. He got all the blackest friends. He wants to be African. Me left for dead on the doctor's advocate.
The track would be uneventful. The beef, wash, rinse, and repeat tactic officially became played out for the artist.
Yeah, I think it's just what you said. He's just trying to create some steam.
Yeah.
There was a time in hip hop, like in order to be the best, you had to come for the best. I just don't think we in those days no more.
Slim Shady will play the situation the same as JayZ and hit him with one subliminal bar.
Have you ever heard an Eminem song in the club?
And that is the only retort is I'm not played in the club. Motherfucker put a cork in it. Only reason they still play your shit in the club is because you still performing.
It would soon become clear almost every person on that Super Bowl lineup would be his problem, except for Snoop. What about Kendrick? Well, his shadow began to cast over Game, who had no choice but to give up the crown to a fellow Compton artist who he even had collabs with.
on me, that's on me. Raise up, nigga, you are not the homie. Bitch, you're well connected from my section down to Long Beach.
Their story would take a surprising turn when the homie would get into a generational war with Drake, an artist Game shook down before for features. But what would seem to be a no-brainer was everything but that.
You niggas starving.
Everything would change when on one gloomy evening, DJ Academics would have a stream where he would premiere a bombshell.
Body on a scale like it's fish in it. I can see the bitch in him. $20 million home renovation just to slit your wrists in it.
Ross, who entered the Drake battle with a diss track, will become a target to Game's bipolarness, forgetting his self-proclaimed title of Protector of the West.
Hold myself in this capacity where I'm like, anything taking shots at the West Coast, like I'm gonna live and die for it.
Kendrick would go ahead and rip apart Drake holding the Victory pop-out concert in Inglewood, not just celebrating his victory, but the win for the West.
With the origins of this and the new generation of this, we gotta make sure we hold this down for the next 20 years, you understand me?
Noticeably, there was a face missing.
Motherfuckers in my DMs and all on these, these blog sites and whatnot, talking about, the West Coast ain't f***ing with you and you ain't, you ain't this and you ain't that. And it's kind of easy to sit where y'all sitting at your house and try to look and gauge this from where y'all sitting, but it's a lot of fuckery that go on in this industry, man. And y'all can see from what happens to some of some of y'all certain celebrities y'all follow and whatnot. If you ask anybody, anybody that really know me that's in this industry, and I'm talking about anybody, nigga, you could ask. Go ask Dr. Dre, man. Like, sit Dr. Dre down and really ask that nigga about who I am and my character and, like what he really feel about me at the end of the day as a man. And I put on for the West Coast. And Top Dog know what it is. Kendrick know what it is. Dr. Dre know what it is. Snoop know what it is. Now, as far as the fucking Kendrick and Drake, that's Kendrick and Drake shit, nigga. I ain't have to be there, you know what I'm saying, to think that it was motherfucking cool and major. That's cool. I think it's a dub for the coast.
Dre will be in legendary form, becoming an integral part of the performance.
I also said earlier, it's only right that we start from day one, you know? Come on. Guess who's back?
The Game, absent in flesh but not in spirit, would get a message from the doc.
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Dre, I see dead people.
Modern vampires of the city.
On top of that, Jayceon would get crushed not from a diss track from Rick Ross, but a simple IG post.
You niggas don't want to eat? You niggas don't want to eat? Must not. You niggas starving. You niggas starving.
Game's refusal to back Kendrick would mark a full round circle of beef he would partake with almost every artist on the Super Bowl roster. JayZ, even today, is still the director of entertainment, hiring Kendrick Lamar for the 2025 Super Bowl performance.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the deck like must have on a beat, bro.
Which would become the most watched in NFL history.
And I hollered at 50 in LA time in the club out here. And we was on my side and we exchanged, a few words, nothing, violent, nothing like that. We both couldn't figure out where the young us went wrong. And then, 50 go off.
50 would continue on to become a media powerhouse while managing to keep touring. Even I was able to catch a 50 show overseas.
What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, blood? What up, gangsta?
While the Game still disses 50 at his shows.
You look in the ocean, you see Game, and you see Mayweather. Who do you pull up? And who do you leave in the ocean?
I pull Floyd up still.
I heard that.
Yeah, Biggie's still is my brother.
When it came to G Unit, I felt like 50 was trying to suppress us and keep us like soldiers when I was never a soldier. I didn't put myself in a group. I didn't ask to be in a group.
The Game would even have an online petition for a G Unit reunion.
so I got songs with me and 50 that are still on hard drives at my house that are timeless. You know what I'm saying? And so I would definitely be open to it. 50, he moved a little different.
Wanting a reunion, but deep down inside, knowing he did too much. Despite his errors, Game is undeniably one of the best lyricists to arise from LA. Though his catalog deserves respect, he will be remembered as the first artist to beef and cap his way out of a Super Bowl performance, making him a certified cap king. Thank you for watching this. If you haven't done it yet, please make sure you watch part 1, Game Cap of Compton. Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxie Approved, right? With that water. I'll see you here next time on Moxie Approved. Add me on X, IG, and TikTok.